150 days ago when I started my run streak, I had zero expectations to become a runner. I just felt like running. I just wanted to see if I could do it. It was just to build a habit to kind of get me into running. 150 days later, after running my first race, I can officially say, I'm a runner, and here's my journey to how I did it. First 100 days, I just ran every single day. The first 30, literally just ran. There was no rhyme or reason. Then 30 to 100, I tried to have a bit more structure, educate myself. In December, my family planted this little seed in my head. Why don't we do a 10 kilometer? This had nothing to do with my run streak. It was my family's doing. They wanted to come to Vancouver to run this sun run. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's get some structure. Let's have a goal to work towards. Because right now I was just building the habit. I've never had a goal. Suddenly, my goal, beat my 25-year-old brother and my 60-year-old mom. It is March 30th. April 24th, I'm gonna be doing my first ever race. Ashley, go drink some water. My training kind of can run 1.5 kilometers a mile every day and easily recover from. And then we're doing like 3 sprints and 1 longer walk run hybrid. But now knowing the 10Ks there, I have to switch up my training. It scaled down to like 1 kilometer to sometimes 1.5, 4 times a week. Then I'm gonna do 2 runs. So like 3 to 5 kilometers. And then I'm gonna start with like a 7-kilometer run, then 8, 9, 10 on the weekends to like prep my body up. Because guess who I'm facing? My younger brother and my mom. I just can't lose. I won't go back for Christmas. My workout split. 4 weight training sessions, 2 pull, 2 push, running every single day for 4 sessions at my max full recovery, 2 sprint sessions, either at the track or berries, and 1 longer run walk hybrid. The goal, especially with my 4 max full recovery day, is to run the maximum I can run every single day, but my body is 100% recovering from the next, which started at only about 1 kilometer and then moved up about 100 meters only every week. Another goal with the run streak was to increase volume slowly, so I never had to reduce any of my weight training sessions, which would result in muscle loss, which is the last thing I'd want for performance. A lot of things I didn't realize about running. One is just the impact of your joints on cement. So that's why you can't build up volume right away. Even if you physically could run that much, if your lungs could handle it, your muscles could, your joints might just not be used to the pavement. And that's why you need running shoes. Not let you guys see inside this closet because it's really embarrassing. The only thing I'd highly recommend, really, if you live in a nice place like LA and it never rains, okay, just get a good running shoe with a nice sole that's gonna cushion you from the cement. Now, if you live in a rainy climate like me, rain. So I got a pair of waterproof shoes. Crappy weather, nice weather shoes. Those are all that matters. I also have a cross trainer. I did get the new Nike ones because I use this for my HIIT classes. Get a lot of questions about these. These are completely for cool. I don't like running in these. They just look cool. Family Jim the Shark won! He's going to nationals for the 100-meter freestyle. Good job, Jim. Good job. Time to pop the bottles and go wild! Okay, we got 3 months to get him ready. I'll review all outlines. No criminal record in Canada. There's the one in Brazil, but we don't speak of those days. Birth certificate, check. He's getting drug tested. Drunk Keltie, do we have anything to worry about when he took Jim out last weekend? He's a shark. Do you think I want him intoxicated around me and then confusing me for a seal? And no. Oh God, we need to check the supplements. I've heard of so many situations where supplements don't even put what's on the label and then they're laced with things, and oh my God, we must check them. Raid the cupboards! Do we have anything to worry about? Do you think he would have eaten this? What about this? Guys, I am shocked. I'm originally only protein. What about his protein powder? I found his protein powder. Research that. Oh, thank God it's ritual. Fun fact about supplements, they're not actually regulated by the FDA because they're not a food product. What does that mean? What's on the label is not always true. So yes, there's a lot of supplements that sound great. What they say on the label isn't actually in there. So no matter what the writing is, it doesn't matter. You should get what you pay for. And I know a lot of you watching are athletes. It is specifically important to you guys because you don't want anything that is contaminated. That's why I don't promote very many supplements on this channel, because I think supplements are a great way to supplement your diet, but the reality is a lot are bogus. And that is why what I loved about Ritual. Why I love Ritual. Its essential protein lineup is Informed Sports certified, meaning it's manufactured to the highest standard. It has undergone intensive screening from more than 250 banned substances in sports, including stimulants, narcotics, diuretics, and it meets the high standard of quality in manufacturing. That is just so important to me. The only supplements I'll ever promote to you guys are ones that are just like the highest quality. That is tried and true, because it is your choice if you want to take supplements to supplement your diet, get in nutrients where you're lacking it. But if you're going to put it in, you want to make sure you're actually putting in quality. And speaking of nutrients, something I also really like about Ritual, it is plant-based, so all my vegans can have it, but most importantly, it is a complete protein, because the problem about vegan protein powders and eating vegan in general is that you don't get all the complete amino acids that you get from meat products and dairy. And you need all those amino acids to make them actually like bioavailable, so your body can actually use the protein you're eating. Ritual is done, it is a pea protein, but it's also been fortified with L-methylene. I took organic chem in university. I could not pronounce anything, which creates a complete protein. So that is so vital to my vegans, especially if you're lacking in protein. If I'm gonna tell you guys about something, I'm gonna hook you up with a code. So I got a special code for you guys. Use Keltie20. I'll have all the links down below to get 20% off your order. Thank you, Ritual, for sponsoring this video. 20 days out for my first like competitive event in 6-7 years, and I feel the most athletic I've ever felt. Just my training, like right now my favorite thing is just to be able to see what's the highest speed on the treadmill I can run for 30 seconds. Right now I can kind of comfortably run 13 miles per hour, but I feel good going into it. I'm really excited, but I'm getting super, I guess nervous would be the word. I don't even know. My surgery is at the end of the month, so it's 5 days after the 10 kilometers. It's a nice homage to have this race as my last thing before I get surgery, and I have to take a step back for a little bit, but that's why I'm really just taking this month to just celebrate feeling athletic. And a lot of people, I realize it, don't like running. You might be watching this trying to learn to run. I distinctly remember when I blew out my knee playing basketball, sitting one day in the hallway, looking down the hallway and just being like, what I'd give to just run down that hallway. It's cheesy, we all know gratitude, but when you're like, I don't want to go for a run, I just try and tell myself, what would I say if I was injured right now if I couldn't run? And that's kind of sometimes how I motivate myself. I was like, in May when I'm recovering, how badly I wish I could run. Those mornings I don't want to get there, I think about hitting snooze, I just think of back myself when I couldn't. And is that morbid? Is that a pessimistic way to work? I don't know. 18 days out, last 2 months I've been focusing on speed and not so much distance. With it being my first race, my first distance race, I really have to concentrate on volumes. A tip I've been given, this is going to be where my brain's at going into the race, is just worrying about running the distance, not intensity. So not trying to get the fastest time, 10K for the next little bit, it's just like trying to comfortably run 5 kilometers, 8 kilometers without any pain. Right now we're just gonna go on a nice little 5 to 7 kilometer run. It's not for speed, but just like comfortable pace throughout. Today's dinner, we got some salmon with a homemade seasoning. We got some thyme, pepper. We got buffalo cauliflower being made. We're gonna make a nice salad. Carbs, carbs, carbs. Just the protein, good carbs, some micronutrients, drizzled in olive oil. Today, we just had a 4 kilometer run, mobility. We're 2 weeks out, day 134 of my run streak, and I want to address some controversy that has happened. Well, not controversy, I'm being overly dramatic. I had my 30-day run short, so like TikTok and that on YouTube, blow up. And so a lot of comments came in and just some things I wanted to address. I never wanted my run streak to come off as like, you know, the hardcore, like no days off grind. It wasn't that. When I initially did it, there was really no rhyme or reason. I just really wanted to try it and see if I could. And I think there's sometimes moments in your life, and I don't have the answer, and I think it's seasonal, is there's times where you have to push yourself and like see what you're capable of. And that's why people do things like Ironman. That's why people do things like try and read every day or write a book. And you're not doing it because it's the healthiest, most optimal thing. You're doing it to challenge yourself and see what you're capable. But on the flip side, you also have to be self-aware of when you're doing more harm than good. An example would be like if you had a really specific goal and you're overworking yourself, like what is that balance? And there isn't an answer. There's times and seasons for both, and you just really have to be self-aware and ask those deep questions. The funny thing in it was also people being like the no rest day, but then I had shorter runs. There was a couple days where I only ran 300 meters. Because the point wasn't to run a full 5K every day, it was just to run every day. and build that habit. It never occurred to me that I was gonna go for a run, even though I love running. That was the point of it, just like every day, make it a habit so I consistently think of it. If you're gonna do this run straight, because I've seen so many of you do it, just realize it's like to build a habit, to test yourself, but you still should check in with yourself. Like I said, if you're feeling an injury, scale back your volume. I've had to do that so many times. Okay, I'll explain in a second why I'm whispering. 12 days out for the race, and today's breakfast is cake. It's Meg's birthday. Look at this, I'm pretty proud. This is no relevance or running vlog, but I just let you know I'm eating. Okay, day 135 we got, Barry's boot camp. I usually do this about once a week, sometimes twice. It's just pricey. But it's a fun way for me to like run with people in a high intensity environment. So this is more like my HIIT sprint training when I'm not on a track. What I love about running, there's like so many number goals that aren't your weight or the scale or calories. Like I'm a numbers person, that's why I have a Roar ring. I just like it, but I don't want to just fixate on the scale on that. So one of my goals, the treadmills max out at 15 miles per hour. Right now I can run 13 miles per hour pretty comfortably. Like it's hard, but with good form for 30 seconds at least during the class. So by the end of summer, once I'm back from surgery, my goal is to be able to run 15 miles per hour on the treadmill. Oh Lord. Day 136 and we are 9 days out from the 10-kilometer race. For the next week, get used to running at a specific pace, because that's my biggest problem right now. I'm not good at pacing. It's like you just have to know the feel. I have to run under an hour, the 10-kilometer. If I don't, I just ran for 140 days and I can't do that. I'd be embarrassed. But the goal, ideally, I can do under 50 minutes. To be determined. Tonight's dinner, sushi. And I'm in Palm Springs, so it is day 138. We are 8 days out, and I figured what better way to test my aerobic capacity than go to Coachella and rave all night and dehydrate myself. We're doing that tonight, but for first, run. So I pop in these, look, these speed shorts and essential bra. It's my favorite outfit of all time. We're gonna call this color Veuve until it sticks. So please, if you refer to it in Gymsharks, say Veuve. We're gonna change it. They have some like sunshine or something. No, we know what this color is, we know. Editing Keltie popping in, because as I'm editing this, I was just informed, I thought I'd let you guys know exactly this moment. Gymsharks has like 2 massive sales a year, one in the wintertime, one coming up. So May 26th, there's a massive sale. And yes, the speed shorts in the black and this beautiful off green, the Veuve, as we're calling it, essential sports bra. The essential sports bra is my favorite, is on sale. Also this beautiful blue. This green is the color of the summer. I Apex on. The Vital shorts, 2-in-1 shorts, I love, like in this gray. Also this beautiful pink. I might wear pink this summer. It is crazy, it is wild. There's beautiful colors. Flex, the Vital, the Apex, and they're all on sale. I'll put my link down below if you want to check it out next week. I'd love my link. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just thought I'd pop in here. Be like, I'll let you guys know, because you save your money. Buy yourself something new, but like on sale. Trading your Uber. Let's go. Just B-roll. The next day. Bloom is done. Run day 140. We are 6 days out from 10K. And I'm broken because I thought, you know what? It was the perfect thing to train your body before an endurance race. 3 days of filling your lungs of people's smoke. Dehydrate myself. Only food you can find is chicken fingers. No stretching, no mobility. I still ran every day, but very briefly, because we're talking Saturday, 18 kilometers, 24,000 steps. I just need mobility and clear my lungs and water. Just got back from, I almost said Coachella, sums up how I'm feeling. I had to be up at 3:30 to be at the airport, had a layover because I booked my Coachella trip way too late. Delirious, I haven't slept. I'm dehydrated. I run a 10K in 5 days. I'm not ready. This is so stupid to go to Coachella, but not because I saw Swedish House Mafia and I'm motivated. You all are gonna have such good running streams coming soon. Nutrition when running. I'm documenting a lot of what works for me. I love sharing my journey. I love sharing that you need to fuel your body, that food is beautiful, but at the same time, I'm not a registered dietitian, nor a lot of people on the internet. So I always want to bring in some registered dietitians to educate me, to educate you guys. You're not just blindly going to do what I do. Because for example, I eat a lot of carbs. My body loves carbs. There are some people who don't do that well with carbs. Renee McGregor is a sports dietitian, especially specializes in women's hormones and endurance athletes. Someone like me who's doing this crazy challenge, doesn't want to lose my period, have any hormonal imbalances, anything like that. That's why I love finding professionals like that. So I asked her a few questions. Pre-run nutrition. What should you be eating before you run? If you're just an average gym goer, it's not that perfectly timed. You just have to make sure you have energy in the gym. But for running, ideally, it should contain carbs. If this is a main meal, then you want to try and consume this 1 to 3 hours prior. But if it's a small snack, then this could be something like banana, cereal bar, piece of toast, or even a glass of juice. Porridge, oatmeal, or a bagel with peanut butter, and banana or small bowl of pasta and pesto. For me, really my go-to is like a bagel and peanut butter, sourdough and butter, sometimes oatmeal with some nuts. I just try and think of like a nice carb source. The closer it is to the run, the little less it is, so it has time to digest. 2, post-run. Combination of carbs and protein. Fat is great, we need fat, but it does slow the digestion of carbs and protein. Renee recommends 1 to 1.2 grams of carbs per kilogram of body weight, and about 4 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So this might be something like a bagel with eggs, glass of juice, or chicken stir-fry with rice. If you can eat a meal within 30 minutes to finish your session, then try and have something like a glass of milk and banana, and then follow this up with a meal within 2 hours. So that's usually why people like protein powder in that moment. So my family is not smart. We're like, let's all go for Italian and drink 2 days before the race. 2 days before race day, Italian, carb load, every day of my life. A little hungover today. I've never raced before, but I'm just using sport the day before. You still go run. You don't want to take the day completely off. You just want to keep the body moving. So I am going for a run. Oh, today is the sun run. So my whole family is in town. They're visiting to come do the sun run. So it's my mom, my stepdad, his daughter, and then my brother and his girlfriends. We're all running it. I'm nervous. Some personal things happened Saturday night. I slept 20 minutes, so perfect before you go run your first 10K. My goal is for sure, like I have to get under an hour. Ideal, like a personal best would be under 15 minutes. I have no idea how to pace myself. I only really ran 10 kilometers twice. Like I don't really do over 5 kilometers just because I run every day. So if I'm running over 10 kilometers, it shoots me in the foot. Anyways, I'm making excuses. I'm nervous. Oh my God. Race is done. I finished first of the family. A second under 50 minutes. So I can say I beat 50-minute 10K. And Kennedy got second. Then we'll see my fam who comes next. I don't know who to bet on. My brother's younger, but he has severe asthma. Oh. And my mom's 60, but she is a runner. It is the day after my 10 kilometer, and I'm so proud to say I beat under 50 minutes. I didn't expect it to happen. I have no idea how to pace myself, but I got faster each kilometer. I think I started a little too slow, and I definitely stopped to get clips for insert my reel. I did, so I could have done a little faster. So I know I can get like 45. My mom used to run a 37, insane, right? So I'm like, I got the genetics. That's a nice little goal. It's a great way to end, not like I won't be athletic yet, but it's a great way to end, you know, a little running streak before I go into surgery. But it's like, oh, I feel so good right now and I just want to go run another race. I'll take a step back, take a step forward, but I'm really excited. It was so nice. The weather was perfect. And like, honestly, normalize doing this with your family. I don't live in the same city as my family anymore. The older you get, the more I realize how important family is and is everything. And so the fact we got this weekend to just have this fun, it was everything. You don't have to be a runner, you can walk this, but if there's something that you can do like this with your family, I highly Highly recommend. The biggest thing I missed about when I ended my basketball career and stopped playing in college is I missed flow. Anyone who's played sports will understand it. It's this state of you are pushing yourself like 100%, but it feels effortless. And it doesn't make sense unless you've been in it. I got it in creative outlets with music and YouTube, but I never got it again in fitness. And running was the first time I've really felt that. Like I felt athletic. There's a few times in the run where, I don't know, I felt like an athlete, and I felt bad even calling myself an athlete over the last decade since basketball ended. And now I feel confident to call myself an athlete again. And that sounds cheesy, but when your entire identity growing up was being an athlete, and then you lose it due to injury, and then like I had a major identity crisis. We're not going to go into that. I have a whole video, and that shit's dark. It felt really good to train for something and do it with my family and be at a PR. And I felt right now the most athletic I've ever been. I have less injuries because of my gymnastics training. I feel fast, I feel agile, and I'm just so focused on giving my body everything it deserves to fuel it better. And it's such a love for my body, even though I'm pushing it. On that note, bummer, I'm going into surgery in, when is it, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days. So it's a bummer. I won't lie, you get like the most athletic you felt in 10 years, and I pretty much have to take 6 weeks off. If you didn't know, I'm getting my boobs out. My mom had a great analogy, and she told me this because I was just talking to her, and I was like, oh, I'm upset, like I'm so athletic, or no, I'm not like, oh, I'm so athletic, I'm just feeling really good about myself right now. She reframed it as like, no, the opposite. This is the perfect time to get surgery, when I'm feeling my healthiest and best. And so I'm trying to go into it. I'm setting myself up for success going into surgery. And that's what fitness allows you to do. You go into anything intense like this and you have a better chance of recovery. So I'm going into it, recovering. I know this will allow me to get even better, because these have been inhibiting my movement like crazy. If you just are like, need something, you need a goal to work towards, you just want something to do with your friends, it's not just going to the bar, why don't you go run a 10-kilometer and then go to the bar after the race? Because that was like the funnest thing ever. And maybe that's just me, but those are my people. You get it if you're watching this. And so thank you for being on this run journey. The run streak, I'm gonna figure out, because I don't want it to end with surgery, but I have to recover. Stay tuned. You'll see what happens. But most importantly, have a great day. Go pet a dog. Love you guys. Bye.